Hello and welcome to my first Legends of Runeterra video. Today I will be bringing you a guide about Malphite and Taliyah. This is the deck that I got to Master Rank 2 with this season, and I also brought this deck to Seasonals last season and I wound up finishing 7 and 2 with the deck. I think this deck is really strong right now because you're able to generate such big units with the Taliyah combo that most of the meta can't deal with right now, and you're able to control the board with your units while using Vulnerable to trade up or using our removal cards. We also have a closer that most decks can't stop once it hits the field, making it really strong right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the list. So we have 3 Ancient Prep, allowing us to predict, so we can find other units or we can look for the Taliyah combo. And it also generates a unit 2 turns later for blocking. We have 3 Chip, because he is a 1 mana 3/3 once you've summoned a landmark, making him great for blocking, and he's also great for pushing damage. We have 2 Shapestone to help with trading up or saving our unit and allowing us to get more board control. We have 3 Blue Sentinel because he generates a landmark and he's able to block a lot of units, and a lot of people don't want to attack into this unit. We have 3 Preservarium, allowing us to cycle through our deck as well as getting us a landmark. We have 3 Rockhopper, giving us a landmark and one that grants Vulnerable, which is one of our primary sources of interaction in this deck, as well as having a unit to trade with. We have 2 Merciless Hunter to continue the train of Vulnerable, so we can trade up and crash into things with like Blue Sentinel, getting us a landmark. We have 2 Unraveled Earth. This card cycles itself and it generates 2 Rolling Sands, which is that vulnerable landmark, allowing us to continuously trade positively on the board. We have 2 Earth Elementals. This card is amazing because once you've summoned 4+ landmarks, it becomes a 6/5 with Overwhelm, and he's only 4 mana. And a lot of cards can't really get over this stat line, making him very valuable and very strong. We have 3 Ground Slam. This is our best form of interaction in this deck. It stuns a unit, and once you've played a landmark, it does 3, most of the time removing the unit that you wound up stunning. We have 1 Red Negation to stop any spell that you can't really deal with. We have 3 Salt Spire, which is our main landmark in this deck. It has a countdown of 2, and after that it summons a Grumpy Rock Bear. And if you've summoned 4+ landmarks this game, it will grant the strongest ally +2/+2. So if you've only summoned 1 Salt Spire, it'll make this a 7 and 6. And if you have 2, this will make it a 9 and 8 Rock Bear. If we have 2 Sunforger to help stabilize us against aggro decks, and he's also just a really big unit with 5 damage. We have 3 Taliyah, because whenever you play Taliyah, you're able to copy a landmark, and once you have played at least 5 landmarks, Taliyah will level up, giving her the ability to throw rocks at people. And she throws 3 rocks, and they each deal 2, and if the blocker is dead or gone, the additional volley will go straight to the enemy nexus instead, making it really good. Taliyah pushes 10 damage if she's not blocked, but more than likely the enemy is going to have to block her, and if it doesn't have more than 6 health, it's going to die, and Taliyah gets to trade with it for free. We have 2 Stonebreaker as our final form of interaction and removal, and it is our strongest form of removal, because once you've played 4+ landmarks this game, he deals 4 to an enemy and 2 to the enemy nexus, so he also has a little bit burn in there. And finally, we have Malphite, who is our closer, Once you've summoned 10 plus mana of landmarks, I level up, and if you have the attack token, generate an unstoppable force. So unstoppable force is our win condition in this deck. Once you level up Malphite and you stun the whole entire board, you're able to push through with a 9/8 Rock Bear, or 10 damage to Taliyah, or a 6/4 Stonebreaker, and even the big, massive 7 and 11 Malphite. So, like, the best combo in this deck is with Saltspire and Taliyah. So on turn 4, you're wanting to play Saltspire, and turn 5, you're wanting to play Taliyah copying the Saltspire. This allows you to pop out on turn 6 a 9 and 8 Rock Bear, and then a baby Rock Bear at the default stat 5 and 4, giving you loads of momentum. So some mulligan for this deck. You're always wanting to look for ancient prep, so you can find things like chip or rock hopper. You're also wanting to always find a chip. You're also wanting to find rock hopper. These are your best early game units. You want to start giving units vulnerable as soon as you can to trade them in the chip if they have like 2 attack, or if they only have 2 health and they have a lot of attack, trading it into the Clockling or the Blue Sentinel, giving you an extra mana gem, so you're ahead on mana and on board space. If you're in slower matchups, you probably want to find something like Preservarium. You also want to find Saltspire and Taliyah, as the Taliyah combo is one of your other win conditions. Getting out the 9/8 Rock Bear, the 10 damage Taliyah, and the 5/4 Rock Bear. Most decks can't really deal with those big units, so once you get them out on the field, you're looking pretty good. If you're against aggro decks, you're wanting to use Ancient Prep to find Chip or Blue Sentinel, so you can block and trade up evenly and keep your board presence while keeping your enemy board presence down. And if you're against extreme aggro, you're not even really looking for Saltspire or Preservarium. You're wanting to find all your units. So you want to find Chip, you want to find Blue Sentinel, Merciless Hunter, and most importantly, Sunforger, as he allows you to heal and stabilize your opponent. And it's a really fun deck. There isn't many decks like this right now, and I've enjoyed playing it quite a bit. Not a lot of people know how to play against this deck right now, so you also kind of have a slight advantage there. If you're running into more aggro decks, you can opt for maybe another Sunforger, or if you're running into more decks that rely on spells, you can add in another Rite of Negation, and you could take out a Merciless Hunter for that, as you already have a lot of vulnerable interaction in the deck. So let's go ahead and get into some games. So it looks like we're playing against Draven Ezreal right now. I'm gonna mulligan the Sunforger as we don't need the lifesteal, and I'm gonna mulligan the Unraveled Earth because we have Ancient Prep. I want to find a Rock Hopper now, just to give anything vulnerable. And I have another unit to trade with. Or even another chip now. I'll take another Ancient Prep. I'm gonna go ahead and choose the Saltspire. So I can get the Taliyah combo on turn 3. Go and draw a card. He's gonna block my chip.
Like me, the bigger. Ow! Oh!
So we just jam the rock bear here. Hope he doesn't have scorched earth. That's really sad.
Would you look at this place?
That's fine.
Oh dear!
May as well summon Taliyah here. She levels up and can push 10 damage.
Together, we are stronger than
We didn't get the rock bear combo, but it should be fine.
If I stumble, I have the earth to catch me. Ha! You fell for it. Some rocks just won't sit still.
The prettier the rose, the sharper the thorns.
It's a good card against me. So there is a possibility he plays something to damage him and then Scorched Earths him, but I'm not sure if we ever play around that.
The party has arrived.
Ow, ow, ow. I will weave my own.
See if I can get him to use a thermo beam or another tri-beam here.
Splinter.
Yep. So we stun here. He's gonna stun Malphite.
Stop running.
I'll give this thing vulnerable.
Love it when they run. Wrap 'em up tight.
Go and attack you for quite a bit of damage. I'm not gonna develop there because I think I want to save this. I'm already representing lethal here. I'm gonna develop this now. I'll stun to see if he has any development, and then I'll blow up the developmented monster. That tells me he's running pretty low on resources.
Stay still.
Striking looks and stunning wit.
So now we don't summon this because he's just gonna stun. Cool. GG.
Rock wins. Rock always wins.
Alright, so it looks like we're against Pirate Aggro. This is probably one of our hardest matchups, so in the Mulligan I am going to keep all units. This looks like a really good hand actually. So, and I'm also going to keep the Shape Stone so I can trade up evenly. Wow, this is a great hand actually.
Here I am, there I am.
This is a perfect hand.
And wins behind me.
If he doesn't summon here, I might just pass back. It doesn't give him opportunity to develop.
Too slow, stupid.
I'm gonna go ahead and kill this thing off. Encourage him to develop.
Oh dear.
A worthy end.
I never. Well, you must
Drop
be
this to trade
pretty
evenly
awesome.
into the rear
I
guard.
have my orders.
I'll do better this time.
Boom, boom, boom.
Next I'm gonna Hunter this. We don't need to use the heal yet. I'll use it next attack token.
Packed 'em good.
That's right. Run!
So I'm gonna use Unraveled Earth, and then next turn I can Stonebreaker whatever he summons.
Hunt down.
Oh wait, we don't have enough mana. I lied.
This'll send 'em running.
I'm okay with taking 2.
Be nothing left when I'm done.
We love it when they run.
Let's hope he doesn't have a Fervor where we get punished here.
Bilgewater is mine and mine
Okay, we
alone.
can kill his GP here.
Dead men tell my tale.
We'll get our licks then.
Just in case he has another GP in hand, I don't want all these kegs to do a lot of damage to me.
War Mason, reporting for duty.
We're going to slam that to deny the damage. Just cycle a card. Pseudo Decimate.
Got a surprise for 'em.
Kill the one that has higher health. Going to pass initiative over to him so I can. Oh, he surrendered. That's AB Power Diagram. GG. Alright, so we're facing Karma Ezreal. This matchup's pretty interesting. We have to keep Red Negation in this matchup. And so far this looks pretty good. I like this for Ezreal. But I actually think I'm gonna mull it away so I can try and find Taliyah or Saltspire. So I didn't find either of them.
We each hold a world within. It is time.
Golem and a chip. We could have also played Sentinel last turn first. We're not gonna attack into that. You could have something like a Twin Disciples or Disciplines.
Don't blink or you'll miss me.
So there's an Ezreal. We're gonna let him attack.
Watch and learn.
That's fine.
Ready yourself.
The Order rewards its faithful. I will play my part.
I think we just take two. We need these for Ezreal. We're gonna draw more cards. We're gonna draw more cards. Hmm. So I'm gonna copy my Preservarium here.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Ooh, we just drew Saltspire. Hmm. He has a pretty strong Oven here.
When we return malevolence.
Off we go!
I think I'm gonna slam that. Get a deny out of him. Okay. So I'm going down to 5 next turn. With this turn. I think that's fine. We're gonna try and close out the game next turn.
Onward, everybody! The horizon calls. Point the way, and I'll make the way.
We have a very strong possibility of losing here.
Breathe in, breathe out.
I thought I was going up to 10 mana. I think I miscounted my mana. Blue buff. Throwing off my mana count. So...
Some rocks just won't sit still.
So, if I use my slam here, he has maybe Notify or he has double Mystic Shot. I'm not sure if he used the other Mystic Shot this game, no. So... Because next turn he'll just play Karma and then whatever attack spell, and I have to deny that anyways. So I think, I mean, he knows I have this. Means he has a Notify. So I guess I just lose either way.
Stay still.
It's a close game. If I had 10 mana there, I would have won, but that's fine. GG. Alright, that's my Malphite Taliyah deck. It's pretty strong. It has some nice combos, and it's able to answer any deck in the meta currently. And it's really fun to play. Not a lot of people like to play Malphite. They think he's a meme. But I feel like this list complements him very well, and you're able to take advantage of his full board stun. So let me know what you guys think of it in the comments below. And this is mainly the only deck that I play, so you can catch me playing it live on my Twitch. That is twitch.tv/grandparoji at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Give that a follow and come hang out. Ask me any questions that you might have, and have a good day. Hope to see you there.